Hello YouTube, it is G-Force, and we, meaning me, I have reached my 2-year anniversary on YouTube as far as toy collecting is concerned. So what I plan to do is give you guys a little tour of the collection. Keeping in mind, I don't edit, so whatever state the G spot is in is how you guys are going to see it. I'm not cleaning or rearranging or doing anything like that. So let's go for a tour. Okay, so here we have just my miscellaneous stuff. There are play sets, all kinds of different Star Wars stuff in there. My Power of the Force 2 figures are all boxed up in there. But in here is the TVC collection, and we start off with Phantom Menace, move into Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and into Star Wars. And I will apologize for any glare or anything like that. It's very hard with these star cases to not catch some glare with lights on. So there is some Empire Strikes Back that we're into. Come around. We got the Razor Crest still boxed. Tantive 4 with the 4-pack of troopers. Some Grogu and Jabba's playset there. Up there, have a little Empire tapestry. I do have UV blackout tinting on that big window, but I just wanted to cover it with more, just get that added protection. And we come up into more Empire. Lobot's got a lot of glare on him, and Lando. Again, I do the best I can here, but it's hard with these star cases. Anything that you see that doesn't have a star case, they are newer figures that I've picked up. And star cases are wicked expensive right now, so I'm kind of trying to play a long game and see if I can't get them cheaper. Alright, let's go to the next wall. Alright, so we are into Last Jedi already. I'm sorry if I'm not naming off the movies or whatever. But got a little Star Wars artwork up there. Scroll on back. And I'm going zigzag here just to keep them in the movie order that I have them in. Get into the Clone Wars. Yeah, got a bunch of the Clone Wars, bunch of the Mandalorian. Obviously, they're newer. I didn't start collecting TVC till I think around 2014, 15 maybe. Here are my original 12. They're mostly beaters, but I just wanted some representation of the original figures. And of course the light's going to be rough on the Mithril. Okay, swinging on back down here. into Mandalorian more. Yeah, I love these TVC. The card backs are pretty much everything to me. I don't care that they're smaller figures or high enough detail on them. Those four are the carbonized, the only ones I have in TVC carbonized. Fennec into Obi-Wan. And into some Gaming Greats figures. Down to the last row, we have our Bad Batch, some 3-pack and bigger things, and into droids. So over here, excuse me, we do have some Left Coast graphic pins and the hammerhead that Super Awesome Geek Show gave me, 3D printed bunker. And up on the wall, we have some Left Coast Graphics artwork. So, pretty cool stuff. Okay, so now we are out of my bedroom and into the living room. Excuse me. Have our Asajj Ventress Mythos statue. Ahsoka print. I think it is Robert Vengus, something like that. I put it in my last tour if you're really that interested in it. I have a Slave 1, a couple little things that I made, and then the Lego Imperial Light Cruiser. Alright, spin around over here. Got the trash compactor. Love that thing. Liverpool's on. You got Vader's meditation chamber and the ATTE. So those are some Lego I have out in the living room. And last but not least, in the living room, the Bible sits on my ottoman, so we can always reference it. Okay, so in the G spot, it is a disaster. There's crap everywhere. Just figgies all over the place. Lego, figgies. Piles of shame everywhere. But you didn't come for that. Let's start you out on the pop wall. So I'm just going to try to slowly show you different pops that we have. Come down into these I got from a Hollow Chronicles auction, those 6. Some very nice people have donated these things to me. Shabby, Dandy. I'm trying to remember who gave me the speeder. I think it was Super Awesome. I'm not sure. Down here we have the baton. We have the Nerf Phasma Blaster that I repainted. My lightsaber I made for points of articulation. Bunch of aluminum. That is going to become a display case for Asajj. We have our X-Men on retro card. And then we have the Marvel Legends retros. And they continue all the way around the top. So stepping back a bit, we do have John Wick. I like these Diamond Selects. Bruce Lee. in black pants, Brandon Lee as the Crow, Bruce Lee in the yellow banana suit. Now I'll get you a better look at these. Over here, we have some Hayatoys aliens. There's Neko Ripley in there as well. Some sentry guns, some aliens being blasted, little muscle men aliens, and the Marauder from Bad Batch. Have a TIE fighter hanging, Luke's X-Wing, some more Lego. You got Bad Batch stuff in there, the AT-ST, TIE Fighter pilot, some 501st, Luke and the Dark Troopers, Armorer, Ahsoka and Maul. Here are some 3D printing stuff that I did. Yoda's lightsaber, shuttle, Terminator. Some DC stuff down here. Joker, Two-Face, Bane, Batman, Green Goblin, and Spidey. And some Marvel stuff in there. Got Deadpool's, Thanos, Groot, Cap, Hulk, Iron Man. It's all my paints and crap that I use to do any customizing. Whew, it's a lot to get through, guys. Over here, we have some open Black Series stuff. Bunch of Rogue Ones. Dark Trooper. There's a Oakhurst Studios custom Boba. David Carell. 3D printed throne. Air Max did the Stormtrooper helmets. There's the Bad Batch. Bunch of guys in there. So we got our 66 Batmen. Then we get into the Spider-Man retro cards. Those I love. Again, the card artwork is just great. So I'm going to pause it here so I have shorter clips to process, and we'll pick it back up. Alright, we are back, and on this table is my G.I. Joe Classifieds. We got another 3D printed throne from David Carell. We got some of our Action Force Valiverse in there. Got some 3 3/4 vehicles in the back. Got some of the figures have those world's smallest figures. Snake Eyes, Duke, and Roadblock have them. Jar Jar and the Client just mixed in there. But then move up here. We got some of the boxed Black Series stuff. Some of the gaming greats. Carbonized Boba. Up here is a mixture of my archives and retro card type Star Wars Black Series. And on the shelf is some of my NASCAR collection. Emperor tucked in the back there. Some more NASCAR stuff. Down here, we got some more Marvel, Star Wars, comic packs, and Deadpool and Iron Man down there. I do have down here Goliath and Demona. We got Hudson and Bronx. Over here, this one is the only figure that will not stand for me. She falls every single time. So, but we got Mayfex, Michael Jordan back there, Silver Surfer, gold label Batman that Sleeping Collectibles gave me. But yeah, just a mixture of Marvel Legends. Coming up to what is mostly 2-packs and deluxe figures. And we have the 5-pack of the Children of Thanos. My very first Marvel Legend, Stan Lee. A Velociraptor hanging out in there. Some Lego Spidey and Doc Ock. Got our zombies over here. Move up, we have our NECA shelf, which I have to figure out how to redo that because I have so many that are not on the shelves. Got some Toonie Terrors, some Best Action, some minifigs, some Jurassic. Coming up to some wrestling, which I'll just slowly pan. You guys can see who's who, what's what. I like the Ultimates. They're probably my favorite. The 3-packs were gifted to me by Chris at 1000th Ghost. Thank you very much, Chris. Those are awesome. We have all of the G.I. Joe retros. Chris Smithlord gifted me the Storm Shadow and Baroness, and Shabby gifted me the Scarlet. The others I found on my own. Then we get into the Fantastic Four. Invisible Woman ain't coming up too good. This was gifted to me by General Kenobi's Bunker. You might have seen that recently on the channel. Got a piece of turf from the old Texas Stadium. My first race, my driver started on the pole. All of the Gundams that I've built. Stiltman in there. Sorry if I'm shaking. It's hard holding the camera for 5 minutes. Alright, we're going to pause again and come back to it. Okay, so we're back, and on this table we have our DC Multiverse. I went crazy on this stuff during pandemic because it was just about all I could find. Do have Harley and Batman Lego set in there. Got some Spawn mixed in. The Clown, JT, and Super Awesome Geek Show combined to give me that. Got some Transformer Reds. We got the Avatar Amp Suit. Got some Halo in the back. So good mixture of all kinds of stuff. So now for the DTOFs, we have some of my favorite Black Series in there. We have the Vader helmet with his figure in a 3D print. Stormtrooper with the figure in the 3D print. And then Boba Fett with 3D prints and the figure. And that little Dio was from Air Max. There's part of my diorama that I'm working on for Duffman. So over in this DTOF, we have Ant-Man and his figure. Got a little Wakanda setup. Looks like Shuri fell over. Black Panther helmet. We have the War Machine hanging out with the Widow Sisters. And we have basically the Disney Plus wave with some randos thrown in. You got Hulk and a couple Lokis and Black Widow and stuff like that that should not be in the Disney Plus wave. So yeah, that is the quick and dirty overview of the G-Spot. I hope you guys appreciated it. Like I say, there's a ton of figures on the floor. Probably 11 Black Series there. We got Wrestlers, we got Twilight Zone, we got Motu, 12-inch Deadpool that Nilda gave me. We got Atari video games, King Kong, another one I got from Nilda. More Black Series, more NECA, more wrestling. It's just, it never ends. These are all old cards from the 70s and 80s, sports cards and stuff. Those binders are full of cards. This is a dio I made out of junk. Just lots of stuff, guys. Try to fit it all in this room, and it's not easy. So, again, I hope you liked the tour. That is the G-Spot. Alright, so best of luck to you all on your next toy hunt. Please be nice to each other out there. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one.